In an era where games are all too often overhyped, you can't play this one down. Let me hand you to Steve McManaman, Ben Hoddle and Darren Fletcher. A night for holding your own and holding your nerve, Darren.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Jake. Hello again, everyone. What a treat we have here at Anfield tonight, and what a big night it is for Liverpool in particular. Saturday's cup defeat against Wolves made it 3 losses in a row here at Anfield. Their worst run at home for 5 years. They start the night 10 points behind impressive league leaders Chelsea. Only a win will keep alive their fading title hopes. Chelsea are in form, have a great recent record here, and possess the exact qualities and strengths that Liverpool have been struggling with. It's Liverpool's biggest game of the season so far. It's another chance for Chelsea to tighten their grip on the Premier League, and it's live on BT Sport.
There is a place where the final whistle is never the final whistle, where the turnstiles never stop turning, and the cheering goes on forever. At the last count, we were over 22 million strong. I am a member of the world's favourite online sports betting company. I gamble responsibly. Bet 365.
So the team news, the pre-match speculation for Liverpool centred around Sadio Mane's involvement. He starts on the bench. Nathaniel Klein returns at right back. Matip and Lovren are at centre back after being rested against Wolves. Chan, Henderson and Wijnaldum make up the midfield 3. Roberto Firmino is the only outfield starter from Saturday who starts tonight. He's supported by Adam Lallana and Philippe Coutinho. After making changes in the cup themselves, Chelsea have gone back to their tried and trusted lineup tonight. Goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois has 13 clean sheets, and the most in the Premier League this season. Kante and Matic were both rested at the weekend. Willian gets the nod over Pedro. He's up there with Eden Hazard and Diego Costa. Hazard has scored on 3 of his last 4 visits to Anfield. So the players are out there and ready. And on a big night here at Anfield, let's enjoy the pre-match strains of You'll Never Walk Alone. Chelsea have only been beaten 3 times in 19 matches in all competitions. Liverpool have lost that many in the last 10 days, all of them here at Anfield. Here's Adam Lallana. Jordan Henderson, his only goal this season was at Stamford Bridge in that Liverpool win. Lovren is the other Liverpool player who was on the score sheet at Stamford Bridge that night. Coutinho, and now Lovren. 2 teams have played each other in some of the most dramatic domestic and European matches in recent seasons. Chelsea haven't lost here for 5 years. Jordan Henderson, the only starter tonight who took part in that game. Here's Coutinho. And now Emre Can. Coutinho. Now Lallana. Liverpool have been neat and tidy in possession so far in the game. Coutinho once more, and then Marcus Alonso able to clear for Chelsea. It's going to be an interesting tactical duel tonight, Glenn. And Liverpool in the last 3 or 4 matches have been a little bit found out here at Anfield by the opposition.
Yeah, they have, and they haven't had their top team. They've got a top team out here tonight, and they started well. Fletch, they really have. They're on the front foot. System and see if they can beat Chelsea tonight playing that way.
Not the only corner here, Liverpool. There's Mark Clanberg, who's the referee tonight. Fresh from being named the best referee in the world for the last calendar year. And Philip Coutinho with his first Liverpool call of the night, which is rolled to Lallana and sent in dangerously. David Luiz was in the thick of it there for Chelsea.
Yeah, it was a good defensive header, wasn't it? Ball comes in there. There's a bit of holding going on, but that's terrific defending from Luiz. First in a really good position to defend it, and here's the ball for Chelsea. Now, this is a poor start for Chelsea. They keep giving the ball away 4 or 5 times now, you know, in the first 3 or 4 minutes, and it's enticing Liverpool to attack them.
They've been rock solid, Chelsea, since the switch to 3 at the back. They've only conceded 6 goals in 16 league games. It's the 50th Premier League meeting between them tonight. Both teams have 19 wins each. Cahill heads it forward. Matic can pick it up for Liverpool and find Henderson. And now Milner. Wijnaldum. There's Emre Can. Firmino's made a little run here, and David Luiz able to track him through. And what a start that is at the Emirates. Watford 2-0 up already against Arsenal. Yunus Kapoor and Troy Deeney with the early goals, and a couple of early ones as well at the Riverside of the game between Middlesbrough and West Brom. It's a busy night around the Premier League tonight. None of the games, though, as big as this one here between Liverpool and Chelsea. In terms of 2 teams in the top 4, and Liverpool looking to end this desperate run, and Chelsea at the moment, Steve, are looking to conquer all before them in the Premier League.
Yeah, they're being very cagey at the moment, Chelsea, aren't they? As Mikel Alonso takes a left forearm to his nose off Gigi Wijnaldum. It was accidental and he didn't know he was behind him. It was a sore one, certainly.
Marcos Alonso, who got a couple of goals in the recent win at Leicester, become a key piece in this Chelsea team as a left wing back. The first 2 is in front of Victor Moses, who spent a season on loan here during Brendan Rodgers' time at Liverpool. Only started 6 Premier League games in the Liverpool team that finished second that season under Rodgers. There's Firmino. They're looking to switch it here to Klein, who's in space. Klein, a welcome returnee for Liverpool at right back tonight. Now Emre Can. On by Milner. Coutinho. Milner on the overlap, who was superbly fouled by Coutinho, and then Firmino in there for Liverpool, who was looking to tee up his captain Jordan Henderson. And N'Golo Kante was defending there for Chelsea. Now Wijnaldum. Henderson. Run made here by Roberto Firmino, and David Luiz across again.
He's made a couple of good runs, Firmino. Whether it's the wet conditions, Emre Can overhit a pass before, and Jordan Henderson, I think, it overhit one, or Gio Wijnaldum overhit one.
Just straight balls, Steve,
Yeah.
weren't they? They've got to try and seek the little ball on the angle, but it's tough when you've got 3 centre-backs in there to create that run.
The ball as yet, nor has Diego Costa. Liverpool have controlled the early possession here at Anfield.
The thing you would say is, as soon as Chelsea do lose the ball, they just
retreat, don't they, into their own half. He's got them well drilled, Conte. No messing around. If you lose it, let's get 10 behind the ball. You can leave Diego Costa up front, as you can see by the possession stats there.
I mean, there's quite a few times this season when you see Chelsea start a game, they're on the back foot almost. They almost play the wing-backs look like a back five. They are now. They don't push the wing-backs forward too early in the game, but slowly but surely they take control.
There's Coutinho. Kante in the vicinity for Chelsea. And Chan. Henderson. The big problem here for Liverpool is having the possession against Chelsea doesn't guarantee chances because they're such an organised unit with all of these players in rigid defensive positions. It's worked so well for them as they've rocked to the top of the league table.
Well, Liverpool have struggled to break teams down lately, even in the FA Cup against lesser opposition. But they have to do something special if they're going to score tonight.
You just see that crossfield ball there from Henderson. He needs to spare one in there. You've got Matic and Kante square of each other, and he's the one there that's totally on his own. He can run the show, and he's got to make sure balls like that hit their target, because whoever that player is, you've got the freedom of the park.
Liverpool quite keen to try and press Chelsea as well, aren't they, as they play out from the back in the early moments. Matic can send one long, and Roberto Firmino looking to ghost in behind them here, but David Luiz stepping in there for Chelsea. Also pressurised here by Wijnaldum. David Luiz clears it over to Henderson. Lovren to Milner. Philippe Coutinho. Firmino. Here's Henderson. Firmino. Milner. Victor Moses there to clear it away for Chelsea. Liverpool don't want it straight back again. Here's Emre Can. Henderson's ball in towards Adam Lallana and away by his England teammate Gary Cahill. Liverpool continue to ask the early questions here at Anfield. 10 minutes gone, 0-0. Liverpool have dominated the possession so far. There's Emre Can. Here's Wijnaldum. Can. It's nearly done by Lallana, and here's Coutinho, and still Coutinho. Well, he's got the ball caught under his feet, but he's able to find Jorginho. Wijnaldum, that's a good shot. And the first save made tonight by Thibaut Courtois. Throw-in taken quickly here by Firmino to Henderson. And N'Golo Kante in there quickly for Chelsea. Here's Henderson. And now Milner. Adam Lallana is offside.
It was close. It was close. Funny enough, the Liverpool chance gave him a big punch upfield. Good skill by Coutinho. Falls to Wijnaldum in the end, who takes the shot. It was a simple enough save, I thought, for Courtois. Someone of his stats, he should be saving that. He just builds a little bit of pressure. But it shows that sometimes you don't need to keep on passing in central areas where it's very congested.
See Sadio Mane down the Liverpool bench. Jurgen Klopp resisted the temptation to put him in from the start. Came back on a private jet from the African Cup of Nations where he's playing with Senegal. Liverpool have only won one of the 7 matches while he's been away.
They've missed him, haven't they? They've missed him a lot. He's a good sub, isn't he, tonight? Whether Liverpool win the match or losing the match, if Chelsea have to come at them, it'll be a great sub to come in. You see Costa just goes to foot and cash the ground. Skill playing on his back, but looking for the foul.
Didn't comment too much on it because you could see that there wasn't an awful lot in it involving Diego Costa. Still here though, isn't he? The window shuts tonight. All the talk about China during January, but he's here. 18 goals for club and country so far this season, and he's scored in 8 of his last 12 Premier League matches for Chelsea. Pretty much the perfect fit, isn't he, as a central striker for this Chelsea team.
It's brilliant that he's still here. Let's hope he stays for as long as possible.
Here's Henderson. David Luiz in there quickly. Despite having a handful of Adam Lallana's shirt, although Mark Clattenburg said that Lallana was fouling Luiz as well.
Jordan Henderson wants them to spin in the gap behind him. He steps forward, Lallana there, and he wanted them to spin behind and play the ball over the top.
Chelsea have got to keep the ball. This is a good free kick for them here now. First time the game's really settled down, and they've got to keep the ball. He's giving it away straight away, and they're coming back. The red shirts are coming straight back at Chelsea again, and Chelsea have got to find a way of getting out on the ball and get some possession.
There's Antonio Conte, 55 points from his first 22 matches for Chelsea, equals the start made by Jose Mourinho in his first season at the club, which is the joint best start that any manager's made to a Chelsea career. Still quite a seem to know what he was doing.
Does he get a pass stat for that?
Yeah. Pass himself.
Here's Alonso. And now Matic, who's not been mentioned much so far. Been mentioned a little bit more though than Eden Hazard, who's just not been in the game at all, has he? Hazard who's scored on 3 of his last 4 trips here to Anfield. Hasn't been a factor so far for Chelsea, who have found it hard to keep the ball following Liverpool's bright start. Here's Hazard now. Kante gave it back to him. He laid one towards Diego Costa, and the alert Wijnaldum was waiting for it behind him. Lallana did well to win the header. Now here's Victor Moses, the first opportunity he's had to get forward from right wing back, supported here by Willian, and he's overrun it, and it's a Liverpool throw-in.
Yeah, it was a really difficult ball by Victor Moses. He didn't do Willian any favours at all. See Willian gesturing just to calm the pass down a little bit.
Chance to Lallana. Plenty of space here for the right back, Nathaniel Klein. Now Coutinho saw the run of Adam Lallana.
That's a great run as well from Lallana. He sussed out exactly what was on. They had loads of room down this side. Alonso pushed in tight, and it's a shame he couldn't find it with the pass. Coutinho, because Lallana was right around the back.
Clattenburg speaking to the manager, Antonio Conte, booting the ball away in disgust. On the pitch, you'd get a yellow card. I don't know what it is if you're off the pitch.
Well, let's bring in Howard Webber's watching it. Howard, Steve said there, if you kick the ball away as a player, you get a yellow card. It's just a ticking off though for Antonio Conte.
Yeah, I think Mark's right to tick him off as well. It's frustration. It's not on Mark, is it? It's his own team. I think we'll worry about bias. Just to calm him down is absolutely right in this occasion.
Thank you, Howard. We'll, of course, bring Howard into the commentary when the big decisions need debating during the course of the night. But it's been an encouraging 16 and a half minutes for Liverpool, Glenn, who needed this after the 3 defeats.
Well, even the manager couldn't find the blue shirt when he did pass it. No, they haven't passed the ball well enough, but they're prepared to do this. You've seen them this year. They've got that magic in them, even in the last third. They haven't got in there yet, but you know you can't sleep on Chelsea, even if they're not in the game. They've got these players that can just turn it on, but Liverpool certainly have come out really well. Pressing, energy, the crowd are behind them.
I suppose from a Chelsea standpoint, Steve, they'll look to the fact they haven't had the ball much for 17 minutes, but just the one long-range shot so far from Liverpool from Jorginho Wijnaldum.
Yeah, even when you're struggling, but you can always just drop back and get into shape and be very solid, and that's what Chelsea are. Well, they haven't had the ball, they haven't looked competitive at all going forward, but they've looked rock solid at the back.
Only 23 passes so far completed by Chelsea. Well, they've got a free kick now though for that foul by Matip on Diego Costa.
Yeah, he turns well, Costa. See if there's much contact. Certainly an arm. Yeah, stamps on his foot, his left foot.
Joel Matip is now officially retired from Cameroon, isn't he? Hence why he's back in the Liverpool team. Suffered his first defeat as a Liverpool player in the League Cup semi-final against Southampton. Costa needs to change his boots. Here's Matic. He's closed down quickly there by Roberto Firmino. Didn't have the time that he thought he'd got. Here's Klein. I think one thing we have seen, Glenn, from a Liverpool standpoint, with 19 minutes on the clock, the fact that, oh, by the way, there's Diego Costa, new boots and all, is the fact that they've pressed a lot more than we've seen in recent home matches here. Like there's a bit more energy about Liverpool
tonight.
Much
more energy, more like they were 5-6 weeks ago. If this game was 5 weeks ago, you'd really fancy them to beat Chelsea, but they've come out of the blocks really quick.
That was sloppy from Matip. And now Victor Moses is forward here for Chelsea. Hazard's made the run. Milner got across. It's the first time really though, Steve, that the Liverpool defence has been a bit stretched.
And they were stretched due to a mistake by Matip. This is a simple enough pass. He just gets it all wrong, doesn't he? Once Hazard's onto him, feeds Victor Moses. You wanted him to do something, drop a shoulder, create a bit of space, but he just goes for the shot, which Milner was always going to block.
Willian's out to take the Chelsea corner, which is in towards Matic and away by Wijnaldum. Here's Kante. Still Equator. And an offside flag up against Gary Cahill.
Yeah, they push out really quickly, Liverpool, don't they, as you can see.
Good feed from Coutinho. Now Klein. Wijnaldum. Lovren out to Milner, who's found plenty of space out there on the Liverpool left so far. Henderson turns it on to Coutinho, who can't find Emre Can, away by Aspilicueta.
It's hard though, Fletch, innit, because Liverpool spare men and Nathaniel Klein and James Milner, and they're picking the ball up so deep. Because Chelsea got their wing backs back in formation in defence. It's hard for them to do anything positive, because they're not going to take the wing backs on, because the defensive minds of players.
Here's Coutinho. Milner's made a good run here from left back, and that was where it was going to. Victor Moses was in the right place. It's been a real strength of his game this season, Victor Moses. Not renowned as a defensive player, but seems to get his positioning right in the main and then pop up in decent attacking positions. He's found Willian with this ball, and Matip across to get the block on it. Chelsea get the throw-in.
That's how dangerous they are on the blade. Blink of an eye and they're in behind you. They've got players that can make runs off the ball, and if Willian had seen Costa earlier, he was in.
Too much in the way of movement here for Moses. Here's David Luiz. Both of David Luiz's Chelsea debuts have been in games against Liverpool. Away by Lovren. Here's Matic. Alonso to Cahill.
I mean, the Chelsea defenders have brought into the system, haven't they? You see Gary Cahill come really, really wide when the goalkeeper has it. Aspilicueta on the other side, making the pitch nice and big.
No free kick given there to Chelsea by Mark Clattenburg, but Willian had spotted any potential danger and got back in there for Chelsea. Chan beats Hazard, and then Coutinho was still offside.
Just a little bit slow coming back, wasn't he? But you just saw William's hard work there. Just they saw Moses out of position as a wing back, and he got himself so quickly back into position, made the tackle. That's what Chelsea are about as well. It's not all the pretty football and the shape that they've got. It's the hard work that Conte's got them playing.
N'Golo Kante, and now Hazard has got Alonso supporting him out wide, and then Lallana tracking back, and Mark Clattenburg had a look at that and then gives the free kick Chelsea's way.
I didn't think it was a foul. I think he lost control and then he was contact. I think he knees the ball too far ahead of him, or kicks it there, loses control of it, and then he falls into each other. I think it is with his knee, yeah, it comes off his right knee, and then he barges into Lallana then.
He's actually put his
right leg across
and
him,
made the foul. It's cute, but as a referee, you've got to smell that one, and that's one I think, if you're an ex-player, you see that.
You see it straight away, yeah.
You see it.
He lost control of it as well, Glenn, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's a fair distance out this, but it's the kind of situation that Willian was so effective at for Chelsea last season. He's completely flat-footed. Mignolet, David Luiz finds Chelsea ahead with the most audacious of free kicks.
Well, it was the most clever of free kick splits, because that was a set move that the wall of the Liverpool players were absolutely bamboozled, and so was the goalkeeper. Nobody was watching what was happening. Nobody was watching the ball. He must have had to say so of Clattenburg that he can take the free kick. And what a strike. Look at the ball. Everybody's staring at each other. And he flies it into the back of the net with dip. Oh, nobody's stopping that.
But Millionaire's not even got his position right from lining the wall up. And this is, I think Klopp's having a little bit of a moan about this. Did he blow the whistle? Did Clattenburg blow the whistle? There's a fantastic technique. What a free kick.
Well, James Milner's still talking to him, but he must have got to say so, Glenn, or he would have blew, wouldn't he, the referee?
Well, it's David Luiz's first goal back in a Chelsea shirt. The first one he scored for almost 4 years. The last one was at Craven Cottage against Fulham in April 2013. He's walked onto that one and hit an absolute peach of a free kick with Liverpool not expecting it. And against the run of play, the Premier League leaders have got a goal ahead here through David Luiz. And Liverpool, for all the early possession, find themselves behind in remarkable circumstances here.
It's wonderful techniques, the side of his feet. He's caught the keeper napping, and everyone thought Willian was going to take it, was lining up to bend it over the top of the wall, and he just saw it, came through and passed him and said, "I'll have this."
Well, let's just bring in Howard Webb on it. Howard, the boys were asking about how the procedure is about when you can take a free kick. How does that work in that situation?
Well, obviously, Mark could allow a quick free kick, but in this case, Fletch, he doesn't. He actually sets the wall up with the vanishing spray. There's quite a long time between the award of the free kick and the kick being taken. We're having a look now to see if he blows the whistle, but I think, to be fair, there's quite a long distance between the wall being set and the goal being kicked. I think the goalkeeper's just not set himself. So I think Mark's exonerated on this occasion. We'll have a look and see if the whistle was actually blown.
Thank you, Howard. It's always a difficult one, isn't it, to work out what the situation is around the free kick when it takes that amount of time.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, you're right, you wouldn't actually say it was a quick free kick, not than at least, would you? It took a long, long time. It's just the wall. I think Coutinho breaks off the wall, changes it from a 4-man wall to a 3-man wall, and Mignolet's not set. But either way, it's a wonderful strike by David Luiz.
Here's Kante. Tackling back there for Liverpool was Firmino. Now Klein. And we are hearing it, having looked back at the replay, you can quite distinctly hear Mark Clattenburg blow the whistle about 4 seconds before David Luiz hits the free kick. So if that is the case, there can be no complaints at all from Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily have any complaints anyway. There was plenty of time to get your wall set and your defensive shape in order. No problem with that.
I think you see it again, you actually see Millionaire walking to his left. He's going back to the other side of the goal.
Here he goes from Milner, helped on there by Lallana, and then away by Matic for Chelsea. Such a difficult team then, aren't they, to create chances against because of the organisation and the size of them back there defensively. Yeah. Let's have a look at this then with the free kick.
Yeah, there's the replay there, it was right hand. I don't know what happened. Mignolet's not set, he's shouting at his defence for some reason. And he just whips in behind him, doesn't he? He does that. We mentioned that was a bit far for William, it's certainly not as far for David Luiz.
I think even if he was set, Steve, I'm not sure he got to it. He hits the post and goes in. Wonderful technique with the side foot. You see a lot of players hit that with the instep. He's got this technique on the side foot that he can play over, and here we see just.
Here's we had it against Wolverhampton Wanderers the other day. Look at that, 2-1-2.
How can the two blue shirts be allowed? You saw it against Wolves, if you say so, they're not going back together. The timing's all.
You can see there on the back of his knee. This is the defensive header here from Ashley Quetty. He does well, actually.
There's a problem here for David Luiz, who all of a sudden is involved in pretty much everything in the game.
Yeah, well, John Terry's up and about straight away, so hopefully it's not too bad for David Luiz, but he goes down, minimal contact, so your hope is okay.
John Terry, who is the able deputy, should David Luiz not be able to carry on. This is where it happened.
Yeah. This is not too bad there, does he? Personally gets worse.
Most things that he's touched so far as the Chelsea manager have turned to gold, and his one big moment in the game so far, David Luiz, was a golden finish, wasn't it, for Chelsea? He's going to have further treatment and make sure that he can actually carry on in the match while John Terry warms up, and in the meantime, Liverpool have this corner, which is delivered into a good area. Thibaut Courtois was coming towards it. There were one or two appeals there for handball against Matic, who signalled straight away that he felt it hit the chest. And back in again towards Matic, and all the way through for a goal kick to Chelsea.
Yeah, this is Courtois comes to this, doesn't he? You can't, it's not handball, is it? There's no way. No way you can give him for anything like that. Diego Costa clears it, but I think it hits Matic on the chest, to be honest, Matic.
So don't forget tonight, Premier League tonight, 10:30 it starts. We'll talk about this game and round up all the transfers as well on transfer deadline day. And more Premier League football for you tomorrow night. West Ham against Manchester City, BT Sport 1 HD and 4K UHD from 7 o'clock. David Luiz back on the field here for Chelsea, although not moving particularly freely and comfortably at the moment.
See him here. Yeah, he's not as he. I mean, there's able deputies, isn't he? As you see, John Terry and Kurt Zouma. John Terry sat down. Kurt Zouma, I think, oh, John Terry still had a touchline, but Kurt Zouma's warming up as well, so take your pick.
I think the fact if it is Luiz is in the centre of the back three, John Terry could probably be the choice, I don't know, but if it was one of the outsides, you'd be a bit reluctant then.
So Liverpool find themselves behind at home again. Chelsea have been excellent front runners this season. They've won 18 of 19 games when they scored the first goal and drew the other one away to Swansea.
I think that's the worrying aspect for Liverpool, Fletcher's in recent games they haven't been ahead, have they? When they've been trailing, they've found it difficult to break teams down. Because they like to penetrate through the centre of the field, that's where Chelsea are at their strongest. And you see the substitutes warming up, including Sadio Mane.
By Moses, only to Henderson, the last touch there off Aspilicueta. Liverpool have taken January to new levels, haven't they, in terms of scoring goals. They've been really struggling to create genuine chances in games.
A wonderful, wonderful bit of skill from Hazard there. Just drew 3 Liverpool players in and flicked it past them and Chelsea are away. Wonderful to watch.
Here's Victor Moses. Milner with some defending to do, and he's able to squeeze the cross in, which Matip dealt with Diego Costa breathing down his neck.
See, that's what Liverpool miss, Flex. Liverpool miss getting to those type of areas near the byline and getting crosses in that the defenders have to turn around and find it awkward to clear the lines. At the moment, Chelsea are clearing the lines really easy.
Despite the fact that Liverpool have been struggling for goals, it is the top scoring team in the Premier League, Liverpool, against the best defence in Chelsea. Although statistics can often be misleading when you look at recent form. The fact that Chelsea have scored as well means it's now 14 games between these two since Liverpool last kept a clean sheet in a match against Chelsea. And since the David Luiz goal, there's been a real swing in terms of possession. Liverpool dominating before Chelsea got the goal. Won by Lovren. Cahill beaten to it there by Firmino, and then Lallana, and that's going to be a Liverpool free kick. One England player on another one, Gary Cahill on Adam Lallana.
Yeah, it was a free kick. Well, it was accidental though. No problem with that. You see, Gary Cahill's looking at the ball, isn't he?
Here's Coutinho. Chant to Matip. He's been the most progressive of Liverpool's centre-backs so far, the one who's been more likely to step forward.
It's hard though, isn't it? When Liverpool slow it down and knock it side to side, Chelsea just jump behind the ball. Look how many men Liverpool are going to have to break down now. Is Diego Costa doing a stint? They have to move the ball quicker.
In all honesty, Steve, it's the same tactics employed by Southampton in the Cup semi-final and on Saturday against Wolves in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
You can see all of the half-time scores in tonight's earlier Premier League matches crawling through the bottom of the screen. At the moment, it's turning into another good night for the leaders Chelsea. Arsenal behind, Tottenham drawing, and Liverpool on the other end of the Chelsea goal here. Firmino to Coutinho. Two Brazilians looking to combine for Liverpool. Now Milner. Coutinho. Here's Wijnaldum, who's had the only opportunity so far in the game for Liverpool. Nathaniel Klein. And through to Courtois. More Premier League football to tell you about on BT Sport. Tottenham against Middlesbrough, that's on Saturday. Our usual start time of 5 o'clock. And then the following weekend, Liverpool against Tottenham, another big one, revolving around the challenges in the top 6 in the Premier League. 5 o'clock start for that one as well on 1HD and 4K UHD. Willian hits that one. And it was always looking to be too high from the moment he struck it.
Yeah, he fancied it, didn't he? Victor Moses made a really nice run to the side of him, but tunnel vision, the blinkers were out for William. He took a shot on.
To be honest, Glenn, since we sat together at the Emirates and saw Arsenal beat Chelsea 3-0 and asked a lot of questions about Antonio Conte and his team that day, they've made the Premier League look very easy from that point on.
Well, with a change of system, yes, what they went into at 3-0 down, he thought, no, that's how I played with Italy and other teams, Juventus, and it's exactly what he wanted to do. And he was forced into it in many ways, but since then they've been absolutely brilliant. And they've played together now. This team is almost one change here or there. And you look at Leicester winning it last year, you looked at Leicester's team, and you knew Leicester's team. Week in and week out, they play the same team, same shape, and it's working brilliantly for him.
That's what I've really liked. He's been really proactive in his changes, hasn't he, Conte? We were at the Arsenal game, and they were the shadow of the team they were now. He's got Hazard working really hard, tracking back, Costa's working hard. He's put unfashionable players in positions like Mikel Alonso and Victor Moses, and they're all doing a wonderful job. And he deserves everything he's got. Conte, he's worked wonders with this Chelsea side.
It's been a relatively comfortable first half for them as well, leading 1-0 with less than 5 minutes to go before the break. A wonderfully struck free kick from David Luiz, who's got a style all of his own from that kind of situation. Here's Firmino, and now Klein. David Luiz able to get back there for Chelsea and clear. Liverpool get the corner. Still doesn't look too comfortable though, does he, David Luiz, after that injury?
No. Puff of the cheeks.
Matip and Lovren have gone forward for the corner, which is taken by Coutinho. Flashed in front of the face of Roberto Firmino. Back in by Milner. In towards Emre Can, and then the flag raised. Chelsea keen to get on with it. Victor Moses. Costa on the move, Joel Matip there for Liverpool. Could be an issue here for Sadio Mane, Steve, who went out to warm up. The other Liverpool subs are still out there, and he sat back down and then applied ice to his left knee.
Yeah, over his tracksuit bottoms as well. Now, hopefully he's all right. Hopefully it's just he may have come back with a bit of pain or whatever.
Might be a heat pad. It didn't look like ice to me.
No.
Could be a heat pad.
I just presumed it would be ice, and then it doesn't look like it when you see it up close, does it? But whatever it is, it doesn't bode well, does it, for a player that you might want to come off the bench and provide an impact for you in a match.
This is the foul for the goal, Fletch. I've seen it 25 times now and I still don't think it was a foul. I think he got away with it, but there's nothing wrong with this. That wall is set, goalkeeper's not ready. Poof. What a beaut.
Score your first goal since coming back. Moses in with a really solid challenge on Milner. The big problem for Jurgen Klopp at half-time is how to unnerve this Chelsea team. They're really comfortable in the game at the moment, and passes like that from Wijnaldum won't remedy the situation.
He's going to have to change it, right? He's going to have to do something to change the formation of how they play. Because banging down the middle of the park all the time is not going to score against Chelsea. That's where they're nice and strong. They have to get in the full-back areas, the wing-back behind the wing-backs, and try and utilise that space.
Coutinho with a step over, now Milner. Lallana's on the move in the box. Instead, here's Firmino. And Aspilicueta out there quickly for Chelsea. Such a well-oiled machine at the back, aren't they, the Premier League leaders?
Offside. Milner's saying he passed it back.
The ball's gone backwards there, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
You can see why Milner was unhappy.
That's what he was saying. I think this referee down here must be cold. His arms must be cold. He put his flag right up in the air.
That's Richard West, the assistant over there. Just showing a yellow card there, Mark Clapberg. I wonder if that's for Courtois. That will be a yellow card for Firmino. We'll just get verification on that, probably for something he said in the aftermath of the free kick that was given to Chelsea. Here's Henderson, and now Milner. Emre Can. So many similarities to this first half that we saw here on Saturday against Wolves. 2 additional minutes. Ball that's intended for Milner, but is always going to ask a lot of questions of Liverpool's left back. The look on his face, Jurgen Klopp, tells a lot of stories about this first half here. He's got a problem to solve. Yes, it's not just a problem.
He'll be happy with the possession, he'll be happy with certain parts of the movement, but they're behind to the league leaders with 45 minutes to go, and they haven't really made a chance.
It's got to come up with a system to try and stretch this back five. It's really a back five, and play Lallana a little bit wider and just play behind Alonso and really stretch them, because if not, trying to go through the eye of an eagle is just not going to work against this really solid Chelsea defensive side.
And that's what I'll be trying to do, Glenn. You try and get Nathaniel Klein and Lallana, try and get them onto Hazard and Alonso, try and get Hazard off his game and make it 2-on-1, but they're going to have to try and do something and take a bit of a chance.
And that means you have to have a wide man, and not one of the central midfield players, Lallana or Coutinho, whatever side you want to do it, really wide, level with Luiz, and then Hazard has to track back. If he doesn't, you're 2v1.
Just saw it flash up on the screen there, confirmation of the yellow card for Henderson, which is going to be confirmed by the 4th official, Neil Swarbrick, who's here tonight. Of course, the way that Liverpool are at the moment with the Chelsea goal, there's no need for this back five to be anything other than that. Chelsea happy to sit in now with the lead. Liverpool facing the prospect of failing to win a single game in the league in the month of January since 2009. There is a silver lining at the end of that, though, because that year they went on to finish second in the league. But at the moment, Liverpool are the team with the problem, and Chelsea, top of the table at the start of play, are the team with the lead. Mark Clapton. First goal since returning to Chelsea earlier this season. Half-time at Anfield, Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365. Tomorrow night, the Hammers will be looking to settle the score as they entertain Guardiola City. An unmissable midweek match available in 4K and with Dolby Atmos, live on BT Sport.
Betfair created cash out to put you in control of your bets. And when the moment's right, take your profits. Betfair's cash out gives you more. Get 50% bonus on your cash out profit for both Liverpool v Chelsea and West Ham v Man City. Betfair. Win bigger.
As an RAF reservist, you can train with and work alongside regular airmen and airwomen in one of over 30 roles. And you can start by committing to 27 days of your spare time a year. Find your role as a spare time reservist. Recruiting now. Search RAF Recruitment.
Here to see your family.
Yeah!
Jeremy, what are you doing?
Saving the family.
No, you're meant to be saving the family money with the new BT Mobile Family SIM.
The savings get bigger with each SIM you add.
That was pretty cool, right?
That was awesome!
You see? Let's do another one. All right, I'll be on the roof.
The new BT Mobile Family SIM. Savings get bigger with each SIM you add.
So you've got an idea, but now you need to make it happen. So think big. Get on a flight. If not that one, this one. Here we go. Next, just means here. Because an idea is only ever an idea until you make it happen. Life doesn't come to you, so go to it.
Here to save your family.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what are you doing?
I'm saving the family.
No, you're meant to be saving the family money with the new BT Mobile Family SIM.
The savings get bigger with each SIM you add.
Ah. That was pretty cool, right?
That was awesome.
You see? Let's do another one. All right, I'll be on the roof.
The new BT Mobile Family SIM. Savings get bigger with each SIM you add.
Hyundai Click to Buy has arrived. A smarter, easier way to buy a new car. Online. Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities.
Phil wants to get every last penny for his car, so he's selling it privately. Right now, he's haggling with some bloke on his driveway instead of sitting on this comfy sofa on the telly. Eventually, he'll realise his time is more precious and sell it with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com, the UK's favourite car buying service.
Set your alarm for the T20 Internationals. Australia versus Sri Lanka. The T20 Internationals, exclusively live on BT Sports.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Welcome back. Liverpool started like a team who had a season to save. David Luiz blew that away in the strangest fashion. We'll take a look at that goal in just a couple of moments. But just to remind you, as ever, on Saturday from 2:30, join us at BT Sports Score. The team will keep you across all the goals as they go in up and down the country. But it's the goal this evening that has got us talking and has one man very angry in particular. Let's go straight to Howard Webb first of all. Look, Howard, we have to ask the question, did Mark give a free kick that he should never have given?
I think from Mark's position, Jake, there's little other decision he can make, I think, because when you look at what we can see from his position, it just looks like Lallana is slightly behind Hazard, puts his left arm on his shoulder, and there's some contact on the back of the right calf of Hazard as well, causing him to go down. So Mark gives what looks to him like a really routine free kick. You see that from that angle there. When we can look from the other angle, we'll see that Hazard actually knees it with his right knee, inadvertently, and his right foot goes across Lallana, creating that contact. So Lallana's really unlucky that Hazard has drawn that contact, and I think if Mark sees that from this angle, he comes to the conclusion that it's not a free kick. But I do think from his position there was little other decision that he could make. We can be wise after the event with the benefit of replays with different angles, so I understand why he gave it a free kick, but I think Lallana's unlucky, and I think with the benefit of all the replays, the best solution would have been to play on.
Howard, Stephen speaking here. Obviously, I disagree with Mark's decision for two reasons. One, he miscontrols the ball. If that's in the penalty area, you'd never get a penalty for it because he's miscontrolled it. So outside the box, the rules have got to be the same. The contact's minimal, and he leans into Lallana, so there's no way in the world that's a free kick.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying from the angle that you're seeing, looking in front on, seeing the players come towards the camera angle. But I do think from Mark's position, that's really much more difficult to appreciate when he's got Lallana slightly obscuring the side of
Does he not take the touch into consideration, that it's gone 10 yards in front of him? And he's drawn the foul. You said it yourself, he'd drawn the foul, he was clever, which tells you that it's not a foul.
Yeah, I think he was clever. I think when he sees it back, he'll come to the same conclusion that we've come to. But to be honest, I can understand why he gave it, but my conclusion is that it's not a free kick when he sees all of the angles.
Okay, thanks, Darren. It's the same old story. It takes us back to using technology in football to help the referees. Obviously, you're not happy about the decision, but also you can't be happy with the way that Liverpool dealt with the free kick, because once it's given, you have to defend it.
Yeah, of course. Look, Simon Mignolet, surely after the game's going to hold his hands up for this. You know, he's not ready, he's not set, he's trying to push his back line out when he should have his eye on the free kick taker, because the whistle clearly gets blown. Everyone can hear it. And Simon's just in no man's land, basically. He's concentrating on something that he shouldn't really be concentrating on. He's trying to lift the line when he should leave that to the lads themselves and focus on the free kick taker. So Simon's at fault for this goal.
We're back to the same thing we've been talking about during the season, the goalkeepers. The Achilles heel defensively for Liverpool, and this is another one to add to the catalogue of errors that has happened this season. You're a goalkeeper, you look at the ball. Your defenders are there to worry about marking and stuff like that. Eye on the ball, you hear the whistle, your eyes go straight to the ball, you deal with that. Simple as that.
Okay, well, I'm sure Chelsea are in their dressing room right now, very happy that Arsenal are losing. They're winning here, it's all going their way at the moment. This one's certainly smiling. The man in the middle certainly isn't. The last time Liverpool lost 4 home games on the spin, 1923. Not a record they want to equal tonight. A huge second half comes next.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Hey United, think it's about time you won one of these. So just give the ball to Slash. And welcome Spurs. It's time for you to cross that channel and represent. UEFA Europa League, exclusively live on BT Sports.
The beautiful game. You can watch it, or you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action. So, are you a spectator or are you a player? You decide. Coral, get in on the action. And the fun stops.
T2 train spotting is extraordinary, inspired, and utterly incredible. At cinemas now.
One more time. The sideboard is 100%
real hardwood. And this wardrobe is
50%.
Everything here is 100% real hardwood.
Yeah, but there's up to 50% off in our biggest ever winter sale.
In our winter sale, this stunning TV cabinet is just $324. Our biggest ever winter sale is now on.
Vodafone's biggest ever winter sale ends on the 31st of January. It's your last chance to get 6 months half price on pay monthly bundles, plus up to 50% off pay-as-you-go phones and home broadband connection fees, all on our even bigger and better network. Discover in store or search Vodafone Winter Sale. Vodafone, power to you.
I've always loved opera. Ever since I was a child. I sing when I'm driving. And I've always wanted to go to one of the great opera houses. We've found you often save money on Expedia by booking your flights and hotel together. And now we're finally going to the Teatro Real in Madrid. It's been so much to me to finally be here, to experience it. If I never get to see it again, I can say I'll be there.
At all protected.
Burglar alarms tell us after a break has occurred. So I thought, what if you could prevent burglaries before they happen? My invention, the Ring Video Doorbell, does that.
Hello. Hi, I'm offering a free window cleaning service.
Sorry, I'm just putting kids in the bath.
Ring lets you see and speak to whoever's at your door from anywhere.
And with advanced motion detection, Ring alerts you to activity on your property. Available at ring.com.
It's payday. Time for the EasyJet price drop. Prices up to 30% lower than last year on thousands of selected seats. Hurry, book your seat today. Why not?
Pick up date to suit you.
With the current account switch service, switching personal and business current accounts has never been easier. Pick a switch date to suit you, and your payments will automatically move to your new account.
There are more than 50 roles in the RAF, full-time and spare time. Find yours. Recruiting now for regulars and reserves. Search RAF recruitment.
I had a dream, like I was being called. Gold is a deliriously entertaining ride. Matthew McConaughey is superb.
Love quality pizza but want an amazing deal? Well, Papa John's give you both, because right now all our pizzas are half price. That's 50% off every pizza every day. And with Papa's quality guarantee, you get the quality and price Papa John's deliver every time.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
No one has beaten Spurs at White Hart Lane this season. But everyone loves a challenge, Tottenham Middlesbrough, Saturday at 5, exclusively live on BT Sport 1.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Welcome back to Anfield. Just to let you know that Alex Iwobi has just scored for Arsenal, but they remain 2-1 down at home, which means that the Chelsea side, as they walk out, at the moment are 11 points ahead of Spurs, who are drawing, 11 ahead of Arsenal, 13 ahead of Liverpool, making this a huge second half, Michael.
Of course, they will know, and yeah, of course. But I don't think they will change the game. You know, they will sit back like they started, but of course it will give them a big boost. They will know 11 points. That could be enough.
And Liverpool must be better.
Got to be better in the final third. I think the general play, they've done okay, they've done reasonably well, but you need to create more in the wide areas in the final third.
Okay, let's see what happens then. Time for the second half and a big second half. Steve, Glenn, Darren, all yours.
Thank you, Jake. Liverpool lost tonight would be a fourth straight here at Anfield, something they lasted 94 years ago, which is the only time it's ever happened in club history. Jurgen Klopp lost 4 on the trot while he was the manager of Mainz back in 2007, but it's uncharted territory in many ways, the run that Liverpool are on, and they trailed to that David Luiz free kick, which was superbly struck, with all kinds of confusion emanating from the Liverpool goalkeeper, Simon Mignolet, when he hit it. We will see whether Jurgen Klopp has managed to get some kind of response from his team for the second half. Here's Marcus Alonso. Was predominantly in a defensive position in the first half. They were pretty much a flat back 5 Chelsea, which didn't allow Liverpool to get in behind them very much at all. Just to clear up as well the situation with Sadio Mane, you might well have seen him in the first half with something strapped to his knee. Glenn suggested it might be some sort of heat. It was. We're told it was a hot water bottle to warm his muscles up. So maybe not too much to worry about from a Liverpool standpoint, Steve, if that's the case.
Oh no, if he's sitting there, he's fit well, isn't he?
Over to Henderson, and then Chan, who gets it back from Adam Lallana. Now Firmino, in behind David Luiz, and then Nemanja Matic, who often finds himself in those kinds of positions defensively for Chelsea, was effective in one again. Firmino looks it towards Wijnaldum, and Matic was there to shepherd it back to Courtois.
Yeah, full touch from Wijnaldum.
It's great defensive play though from Matic again. Being aware of he has to become the fourth defender if needs be, and solving the first one and the second one.
That was 2 in a minute, Glenn, wasn't it?
And Kante was in there as well on the first one. But both of them know their jobs to go back in and join that back three when need to.
A bit of work there on David Luiz's right leg at half-time as well. He was struggling for a period in the first half, despite the fact that he has the only goal of the game. Just wonder, Steve, whether Liverpool can find a way to play a bit quicker when they got the ball in the second half. They were slowed down an awful lot by Chelsea's organisation in the first half.
Well, they're going to have to, Fletcher, it's as easy as that. They're going to have to find a way to score against them. I said in the first half, Stephen reiterated it at half-time in the studio, they need to get wider, they need to get balls in from dangerous areas, from wide, but not just from any angle. From the penalty area to the byline. Pull balls back, get the Chelsea defenders turning. When they're just running onto it clearly, it's easy for them.
Chelsea width provided by the wing-back Victor Moses. Short pass for the pressure, so Coutinho could nick it back for Liverpool. Surrounded straight away by Chelsea forwards. Worked his way through here to Wijnaldum. Lallana, Nathaniel Klein, and now Firmino. What a chance! Had so much more time than he realised.
Why didn't he have a touch? Really bricks. This is lovely by Lallana. Falls it for Firmino. Oh, he could have stood on it, he could have sat on it. He had so much time to control himself. Composure. And in the end, just balloons it.
Just trying to stroke it back to where the goalkeeper had come. I think that's what he was trying to do, but he's got underneath it, and you've got to say maybe he got a little bit nervous on it, to be honest. It's one of those, Steve, that if you're 3-0 up, last minute of the game, he strokes it in.
Certainly something to provide encouragement in an attacking sense to Liverpool, but you wonder how many of those clear chances they'll create in this second half against Chelsea. Best defence in the Premier League.
That's a big question, isn't it? That's a great chance for them. It came from a tackle and a mistake to a certain extent. It wasn't great play.
Coutinho defending here for Victor Moses to Lewis. He did really well. He stood his ground strongly on the edge of his own box.
Great chance for Firmino actually come when Chelsea came out there. Every player forward attacking him. I think that's sometimes Liverpool's best chance to counter.
Coutinho, Lallana to Milner. Chance made his way to a central striking position here. Sending away by Luiz before it found him. Now Klein. Lovren. Tries up from a long way out here, Lovren. So Sadio Mane warming up again. I wonder how long that Jurgen Klopp will wait until he sends on Mane, who's been such a spark plug for Liverpool this season since signing for them in the summer. From Southampton, they've missed him an awful lot while he's been away at Gabon with Senegal.
What you would say, there's plenty of time in this game, isn't there? That's what you would say. It's not like in the weekend where they were 2-0 down and really struggling. Away in this game, plenty of time.
It's Hazard. Alonso plays it back to him, awkward for the Belgians to control. Acceleration, and now Diego Costa, Victor Moses. Costa. Moses gets through the challenge of Milner. There's a chance really that was presented to Victor Moses that shouldn't have been allowed to happen.
And it's another mistake, wasn't it? Instead of just clearing his lines here, Milner, he just tries to pass it through his legs, I don't know, and then Moses nearly does Mignolet on the near post.
Just too risky, wasn't it? He plays safe, and that's where he's not a natural left back. He's done fantastic in that position, don't get me wrong, but his midfield head came in there. He tries to play from there, and I think you take the safe option.
Victor Moses starting his 17th successive league match tonight for Chelsea. Surprised a lot of people by how he's improved the defensive side of his game since being chosen as a wing-back by Antonio Conte.
Has got down that side is Aston O'Connor. He's prepared to come out. He's okay at right back. He can come out and defend it behind him as well. So the balance is perfect this side. It's just I think the other side with Cahill and Alonso where you have to seek Chelsea out.
Hazard's intercepted it, then he can accelerate away. Joel Matip has spotted it and gets there for Liverpool. Antonio Conte's won the league in his last 3 seasons as a club manager. 3 successive Serie A titles, the last one back in 2014. In fact, he's won 60 in his last 71 league matches as a manager. Astonishing record for the Italian. Here's Moses, who can have a run at Milner. Only this time with the block, throwing for Chelsea. Forward by Mignolet, away by David Luiz, on by Lallana.
This is a Liverpool football club announcement. Would Ludovic Tornay of London please contact the nearest street? I repeat, Ludovic Tornay of London, please contact the nearest street.
Certainly finds Eden Hazard. Willian is with him, Victor Moses arriving as well. Here is Moses. Just thinking a better ball really from Willian.
Yeah, and I think Moses, to be fair to Willian, just went a little bit narrow on him. He just had to hold his ground a little bit, a tad wider, so the ball could be certain. You see, it's not a great ball.
Anyway, really got himself in the mess.
You see the crowd again a bit, aren't they? Dejan Lovren, Prime and Mignolet messing around again, trying to play out from the back when they're pressed.
Shan. Aspilicueta there for Chelsea. Aspilicueta, the only player starting tonight of the outfield players who started in the FA Cup at the weekend. There's a firm challenge by Coutinho. Now Lallana, Firmino, Diego Costa of all people, Glenn, back there defending on the edge of his own penalty area.
Yeah, well, that's the work rate that they're prepared to put in. You know, they know they're only 1-0 up. They've got to try and hit Liverpool on the counter, but they've still got to do the defensive work, and he's now only coming back into midfield.
Just out of picture, he was actually stood alongside David Luiz, and he was urged forward back into his striking position by Aspilicueta. One thing you can never really say about Diego Costa this season is he hasn't put a shift in for the Chelsea team. Joel Matip for Liverpool. Still looking to find a real period of sustained pressure where they can trouble this Chelsea defence. Milner towards Lallana. Aspilicueta there again for Chelsea, and the neat feet from Victor Moses. Intercepted there by Henderson. Now Shan. Firmino to Wijnaldum. Now Henderson, foot in there from Nemanja Matic. Here's Milner. Coutinho. Kante was there. Now Roberto Firmino. Wijnaldum. Adam Lallana. Henderson. Which is in
scored against Manchester City, a great headed goal. He gets Liverpool right back in the game here. Milan hits Firmino. I think this is a lovely ball by Jordan Henderson, and James Milner's does really, really well getting this back across as soon as he can. Takes a deflection there. Off the back of Victor Moses, I think it is. Jumps in the air. Ronaldo plants it past Thibaut Courtois. Low. Can't do anything about that, the Chelsea goalkeeper.
It's a good finish in the end, isn't it? It's falling from, he's took it well, but for me it was all about Henderson's pass. The disguise, I think most of the back four, the Chelsea, the back five, they will all come out to squeeze up, and he's disguised it. They think he's going to shoot it, he's just put one in behind, and they found it hard all night to get in behind Chelsea. That time they did it, and they got scored.
It's a yellow card for Milner. For a thumping challenge on Victor Moses. That's the third goal of the season for Jorginho Wijnaldum. Was very effective with his head. There's the challenge by Milner.
Yeah, I don't think there's any qualms about that. See yellow cards.
Should have took a few of them, Steve, in your career, but the ball's left a bit short for you.
Yeah, you always shake hands to your teammates who left that one on, didn't he?
It's a relief for Liverpool, but it's a goal for Jorginho Wijnaldum that maintains this record of all of the goals he scored in English football have always been scored on his home ground. He scored all his Newcastle goals for St James's Park, and 3 goals he's got for Liverpool have been scored here. The first time really they managed to get one of the full-backs in behind the Chelsea defence, and of course that led to the close-range header, which has us all square. It really does change the atmosphere and the balance of the game now here at Anfield.
Again, sometimes you just have to get the ball in the box, don't you? James Milner heads one back and comes off Victor Moses and falls right to the plate. Round to the plate of Gio Wijnaldum.
They earned the right. They got the ball in with a red shirt on the end of it, in behind the Chelsea defence, and they've got to seek that out more and more.
This Coutinho. Clients come forward from right back. Now Henderson. There he goes this time towards Emre Can. This time it was a line leg in the late run.
Almost a similar pass to the goal, wasn't it? But this time obviously Chelsea had time. He sets it up. He had time to play here. It's the first time ball. So you don't get time to get set. You're coming up as a Chelsea defence. A great ball in the back. It falls nicely. Great finish.
He can settle after this one. From Thibaut Courtois.
Luis had nothing on his vision, plays it in a little dummy from Hazard, and they're in behind, and that's Chelsea at the very best with the ball.
After worked really hard to score a goal against this Tottenham, you work so hard for anything you get against them, but Liverpool have got the goal, and now we'll see how that shapes up the match for the remaining 29 minutes plus stoppage time. It's a game really in the context of the Premier League that Liverpool will feel they've got to win. Starting at like 10 points behind the lead is Chelsea. It's Firmino. Tackled there by Aspilicueta.
It's interesting, Darren, we're in a position where Henderson's put the ball in. That was the 2 goals that Spurs actually scored. From that position, identical, in behind that area, in behind the Aspilicueta, where they got the 2 goals, where they beat them at the lane. But it's a similar thing tonight. You know, Milner didn't score, he's nodding it back across the goal and got the goal from him. You get the feeling, Steve, that this crowd's got a part to play now, but
put it live and up a little bit, only Liverpool on the attack. They're certainly with more possession now.
James Milner over this Liverpool free kick. They've sent Joel Matip forward and Lovren too. Chelsea. Back in it goes towards Firmino. And the assistant flag up.
Firmino was offside, took an age scales.
A nicely worked free kick down this side. Everyone thought Milner was just going to whip it in, plays it short to Lallana, makes Chelsea come out and got a chance, didn't he? But
yeah, he just wanted to open it up onto his right foot, didn't he? As soon as he comes back onto his left foot, Chelsea bodies with a cross.
There's a bit of anxiety before the game with this Liverpool fans, you know? You can tell now they've really got that belief they can go on and win this game.
Hazard, they've got the room to take it down and turn. They're to get a foot in for Liverpool. Worked it nicely there for Jordan Henderson. And Milner. Here's Coutinho. Wijnaldum. Firmino. To take on Alonso and then delivering towards Firmino, Willian there to clear away for Chelsea. Now James Milner. Henderson out to Lallana, and now Klein. And it goes towards James Milner, Victor Moses with the header. And when Milner went down, Mark Clattenburg was looking right at it, and then Coutinho has fouled Willian.
No penalty.
Howard, what do you think? Howard Webber's with us tonight. Anything in that, Howard?
I don't think so. I've got to say there's not a lot of difference in the terms of the contact with this and what we saw with the free kick early in the first half that Chelsea scored from. But in my opinion, as that wasn't a free kick, this equally wasn't a penalty.
Thank you, Howard. It remains Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. I suppose the timing of the substitutions might well be a key here, particularly from a Liverpool standpoint, at which point Jurgen Klopp really wants to go and chase this Chelsea team and try and get the second goal.
Mane for sure is one that you have in mind that would go on there and really get this crowd going and he's the goal scorer as well, and getting behind defences. It's one that Klopp's surely going to be thinking about. But at the moment, Liverpool are in a good position. They're moving the ball much quicker this time. 1 and 2 touch play and playing like they were 4 or 5 weeks ago.
They still on the bench at the moment. There are 3 Liverpool substitutes for the it's a handball against the United. So 3 of them are Divock Origi, Alberto Moreno and Lucas. They're showing at the moment that Sadio Mane's arrival is imminent.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to make a substitution at this moment in time, does he?
Ball out by Henderson towards Klein, and he's been able to catch it. Sweet ball there, wasn't it, Glenn, from the England captain?
That was a lovely ball, wasn't it? Crossfield ball. It was one of them that works on a first day of the season when the pitch is dry, that holds up. But tonight it's greasy and it's just slid off. But lovely bit of vision and inches away from getting right in behind Chelsea.
So don't forget tonight, the coverage continues with Premier League tonight, starts at 10:30. BT Sport 1HD and 4K UHD, and more Premier League football for you tomorrow night. We're at the London Stadium for West Ham against Manchester City, and the coverage starts at 7. That's Wijnaldum for Liverpool. Still we wait to really see a special moment from Eden Hazard. He's been really quiet for Chelsea up to now. Flick by him there to Diego Costa. Dejan Lovren is in there strongly for Liverpool. Hazard gives it away to Wijnaldum, although Kante in there quickly.
Kante's closing is incredible. Twice there in a minute he's closed it down and waiting Chelsea.
Here's Willian. Sliding in with Diego Costa. Put that into a really dangerous area, didn't he, Willian?
That's all he can do. All he can do is flash it across there, can't he? He was way away from it. He was a good few yards away from it, Diego Costa. But still Willian did his job.
There's Pedro. It's going to be the first change made by either manager tonight. Pedro, who played in the FA Cup at the weekend. Willian was given a start tonight, and Pedro is going to be coming on. Henderson to Emre Can. Wijnaldum. Lallana has a bit of room to carry it into here and miss it, the cross. Sadio Mane, who has now left the bench to warm up with some of the other substitutes. Pedro might just have to wait a little bit longer for Chelsea. Firmino to Can, up towards Lallana, who was the furthest forward there for Liverpool. Jordan Henderson, Coutinho, Lallana. Kante always seems to find the ability to get back around the ball. Coutinho to Jordan Henderson and then away by David Luiz. Emre Can, and it's straight at Alonso. Klein can't win it back for Liverpool, and Chelsea can counter-attack, although Emre Can gets an important header in.
Scrappy, hasn't it, the play?
Finely balanced, isn't it?
Yeah. You can have that little bit of quality in our final third. You can do something nice.
Might be a night for one of the number 10s to make an impact on the game. Coutinho for Liverpool or Hazard for Chelsea.
Yeah, they've both been quiet, actually.
And Lallana as well has surprisingly been a little bit quiet as well.
There's Henderson, swinging in a pace here towards Emre Can.
There's that ball again, Darren. He's had a Achilles heel to Chelsea. When that ball's whipped in from the outside, in between Moses and Aspilicueta, there's a lot of space there.
I just feel as if he should have been expecting this, Emre Can. He is really, isn't he? He's on the move, but just doesn't control it.
You just see Moses stepping up, trying to play outside. That's no position.
We've got an answer to the question I just posed a moment ago. Might it be a night for the number 10s? It might be Chelsea's number 10 because he's coming off to be replaced by Pedro. A really quiet night, Glenn, hasn't he?
I think that's probably the right call. You know, you wait. You can listen. The one thing about Hazard, even if he's not playing at his very best, he can still do a bit of magic and change the game for you. But I think Pedro deserves his chance to come on, and Willian has done really well tonight for Chelsea. So probably the best call.
Yeah, the cheers down from the Liverpool crowd. Sadio Mane's going to come on as well now. He's just been sent back to get his tracksuits off. He'll be entering the fray very soon now.
Pedro's a player in form, 5 goals in his last 6 matches, although he scored the bulk of his goals this season at Stamford Bridge. The decision goes against Diego Costa.
There you go.
He's happy to play the role of pantomime villain.
Yeah, Clattenburg gives us a clue.
Silly position yet again. Silly position to give away a foul, isn't it? It's okay doing that. You're further up the pitch, maybe, getting away with it, but.
A chance for Milner to deliver some quality here for Liverpool. Good defending back there by Gary Cahill.
It was a really good header by Gary Cahill.
Pedro can have a run for the first time. Sadio Mane is going to come on, we're hearing. It's going to be for Philippe Coutinho. So I the number 10s, and It's a resounding no, isn't it, from Jurgen Klopp and Antonio Conte?
It's a good job you know your football.
It is, isn't it?
I'll tell you that.
So enlightening, wasn't it? Moses to Ulster. Might well have been given offside, he only gathered the ball then.
Yeah, I think the referee was ready to put his flag up, but the ball was going through to the keeper, so played on.
Less than 18 minutes to go. Burnley's good home form continues. 1-1 against Leicester. Here's Lallana for Liverpool. Kante with a block on his cross. Away by Willian. Emre Can. Kante there again. Is there anybody better than doing that? Just being in the right place.
Unfortunately, he kicked the ball away and to try and bring it back again, but to close, it covers the ground so quickly over sort of 5-6 yards. You blink and he's there, right in front of you, and pitches the ball.
Coutinho ran into David Luiz, Gary Cahill cleared it. Almost a sixth sense, hasn't he, Kante, to know where he's got to be to get on the ball. Ronaldo there, the footsteps of Pedro, he got a bit of help from the crowd as well. Here's Milner. Antonio Conte marching up and down his technical area, almost playing the game himself. Roberto Firmino, now Henderson. Nathaniel Klein gets the cross in. It's Milner coming in late again.
Oh, he did really, really well, Nathaniel Klein, didn't he? No Liverpool forwards were gambling at all, trying to get into the box. All he can do is get wide and whip the cross in like that.
So here's the change. Philippe Coutinho off. Sadio Mane on. 8 goals this season for Sadio Mane, including the winner across Stanley Park in the derby before Christmas. Couple of goals for Senegal in the Africa Cup of Nations, but the Liverpool fans be so happy to see him back.
Yeah, it's a pity that he has to come onto the field and basically score the winning goal. That's how he's held in such high esteem, just because he's been away in African nations. But he's an important player, and Liverpool have missed him. Let's see how his body is. See if he's recovered from going back on.
Challenge. Diego Costa can try and punish Liverpool here. Matching with the challenge penalty, says Mark Campbell. Came about because of the early mistake by Dejan Lovren, and matching with a foul on Costa. And a penalty to Chelsea at the top end.
Well, you just have to see if there's much contact, because he dangled a leg out. But it was lovely play by Diego Costa. It was a great feint, wasn't it? Oh, there. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's contact.
Yeah, there's contact there. But for me, it's Lovren. Lovren has tried to get too tight. Hazard off the pitch.
Well, they've got an able deputy, haven't they, for the penalty in Diego Costa. It's saved by Mignolet. Maybe they don't have an able deputy. Diego Costa denied from the spot by Simon Mignolet, who atones for his error with a David Luiz free kick in the first half.
I was going to say, I wanted to see how many people were in the box when this is taken. There's about 5, 6, 7 of them are in the box. Great save by Mignolet.
Well, how big a moment will that turn out to be? Willian's corner, Abel Lallana clears it, and most of Anfield brings a sigh of relief.
Oh, yeah, he comes to the rescue there.
Well, you'd have thought that Hazard would have took it if he was on the pitch. Conte's made that substitution. Costa got the foul. There's definite penalty, as you say, Steve, but what a chance that is for Chelsea. And this will get this crowd going. It'll get Liverpool again with a bit of belief. They've got enough time now to go on and try and win this game.
It gives you a microcosm of the life of a goalkeeper, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody spoke about him at half-time, and
everything's magnified, isn't it? A mistake or a great save like that.
Caught nothing for the David Luiz free kick, and then pulls off a save to deny Diego Costa from the penalty spot in the same match. The emotions of the goalkeeper at the top level. Here's Milner. Shows too much of that to Matic, and now Pedro can have a run. Chelsea free kick. We often talk about managers wanting their best players on the pitch at the same time. The last time Lallana, Mane, Coutinho and Firmino were on together for Liverpool was against Watford on November the 6th. They've not played together and been on the pitch at the same time since that point. There's another decision here for Mark Clattenburg to make after the foul by Chan on Kanta.
That's what he thinks of it. It was a succession of challenges that he wasn't happy with. The Pedro one right in front of him. That one there by Emre Can.
It's a foul by Pedro and Henderson after a strange choice of free kick by David Luiz. Yellow card for William. He made that relatively easy for Mark Clattenburg as well, didn't he?
He did. And emotions are running high, aren't they, with everybody?
Certainly a big 11.5 minutes in the context of the Premier League season. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. James Milner with it for Liverpool. David Luiz jumps and gets there in front of Firmino. Chan challenges. Wijnaldum helps it on. Mane's in there for Liverpool. And so was Gary Cahill, and the arm was raised by Sadio Mane.
Yeah, it was handball by Sadio Mane in there. Good header by Wijnaldum. Just couldn't get the flight of the ball, could he? Get his body in the way.
There's money on Greg, just under 10 minutes to go. Could be quite a finish.
Well, it certainly can be. Liverpool have really pushed well second half and impressed with Liverpool. Passed the ball much quicker. Just get that feeling that was Chelsea's chance, obviously the penalty, but if there's going to be a winner, I think it will come from Liverpool. I think outside of Chelsea Football Club, I think the whole Premier League is hoping that's going to happen. Here's a little cut back there, the lovely little feint. Yes, for me, he's made contact there. Great bit of skill from Costa.
What a save though, down really low, wasn't it? I don't think it was in the corner. A poor fourth official down there has had some today.
Well, he's got two of the most demonstrative managers in the Premier League, hasn't he? Conte and Klopp. Two managers who wear their hearts on their sleeve. It's an opportunity for Firmino to set Chan in. And that's good skill from Pedro. Cesc Fabregas is coming on for Chelsea. Antonio Conte maybe feels he wants a bit more creativity out there. That's a Liverpool ball, the last touch off Victor Moses. Sprinting across to get the game going again for Liverpool. There's John Matty for now Nathaniel Klein. Henderson. Now Milner. Emre Can. There's no red shirt in the Chelsea box at the moment. Lallana, Milner, Firmino. Over towards Sadio Mane and cleared away by Alonso. Had a lot of time to watch the flight of that ball as it headed towards him. Here is Mane. First time he can really have a run at the Chelsea defence. In goes the cross towards Firmino. And into the safe hands of Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah, simple enough for the keeper, isn't it?
You can see the results from tonight's Premier League matches going through the bottom of the screen. Watford with a big win at Arsenal. Sam Allardyce with a win for Crystal Palace at Bournemouth. Burnley have won again at home, this time against Leicester. Sunderland have got a point against Tottenham as well.
A few coupon busters there, I think, guys. Arsenal, Tottenham, wow.
Steve's going to join the rest of the boys for Premier League tonight to talk about quite a few of those from 10:30.
Great point for Sunderland, though.
Less than 8 minutes to go here. A game that means so much to both of these teams. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Moses in there to win his side the throw-in for Chelsea, and here comes Cesc Fabregas. He's coming on for Willian Glenn.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Calm it down from Chelsea's point of view. One thing Fabregas will give you is possession. He'll get his head up and he'll look for Costa. I don't think it's a defensive ploy, really, in many ways. We're playing on the outside, is he? Just in that 3 in midfield. Make a 3 in midfield.
Despite the fact he's not been a regular starter for Chelsea by any stretch this season, he's got the joint most assists for them, with 6, along with Nemanja Matic, so he's made an impact when he's been on, Fabregas. There's Alonso looking to wriggle away from Henderson. Followed through on Klein.
Fallen into Marcus Alonso, wasn't it? Just unfortunate.
Yeah, Conte's put Fabregas and made a 3 in midfield. He's put Pedro up there with Costa and Moore as a little striker just off him. He's trying to shake slightly.
There with a long punch up towards Emre Can, down towards Mane. Away by Gary Cahill. Here's Wijnaldum. Klein. From Milner. Well, Fabregas gets his first touch. Victor Moses. David Luiz. Chelsea supporters behind Courtois' goal. Happy to applaud this period of Chelsea possession. Moses then looking to send it forward towards Costa, and Matic reacted and got across.
I think it's perfect though for Chelsea to knock it forward like that to Diego Costa, because he chases and because he's so aggressive at times, he'll win corners and throw ins in that area up there. He keeps the ball up there just through his work rate.
Turns average balls into good ones, doesn't he, for his team? He's prepared to do that.
More of the Premier League games we've got coming up on BT Sport to tell you about. Saturday tea time, 5 o'clock, Spurs against Middlesbrough, 1HD and 4K UHD the following weekend. Now we're back here at Anfield, we'll see Tottenham again against Liverpool, Saturday the 11th of February, and that's the usual 5 o'clock start time as well. Fabregas up towards Diego Costa. Effortlessly brings it down, brilliant control. Great strength as well from Diego Costa. Somehow gets the cross in. I mean, that's the epitome of top-class centre-forward play, isn't it?
You can see Fletcher, he dragged it out to the sky, which was amazing. But no one would touch him, because he's bigger and stronger than all of them. No one wants to dangle a leg in there, but he was going over.
Less than 4 minutes to go. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Here at Anfield.
And you just see there Fabregas frustrated. He wanted Costa to go. He turned the plough at him. He turned round on a sixpence and just wanted to thread that ball through. Costa wasn't having it. Still tired.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he was too tired, wasn't he? He just walked back. Yeah. If that was the first 10 minutes, he might have been onto it.
That's the combination that Fabregas and Costa have got. They really have got this. They always find each other without looking at each other. They're this instinct.
Matic with a handball. That's going to be a Liverpool free kick. Liverpool, they've only got 15 games left to play this season. Now they've gone out to the 2 cup competitions last week. They're at Hull at the weekend. Fabregas has won it back here from Milner. Now Pedro. Good first touch from Pedro. Vital challenge by Jordan Henderson. Might well have been a goal save of that.
Yeah, it was a great challenge, wasn't it?
in front, Firmino. David Luiz there for Chelsea, away by Kante. Fabregas foul by Emre Can.
Yeah, this is a great touch, isn't it, by Henderson? Is it back pass? No, it's not. It's a challenge. Lovely touch by Pedro. He basically miscontrols it. See there, great touch, man. Just gets you a touch first, doesn't it? It was a great ball from Fabregas as well. Henderson was just wrong side for a split second, but recovered with the tackle. And Conte frustrated yet again. He's done so much work down here in this technical area. It's not, doesn't he?
Yeah. Chelsea free kick.
It was a free kick. It was a free kick.
Only 3 minutes to add on at the end of all this. Chelsea can send David Luiz and Gary Cahill, two of the big tall centre-backs, into the penalty area. Liverpool will also have to account for Nemanja Matic and Diego Costa as well.
And they have to defend this well, Liverpool.
In from Fabregas. Mignolet stayed on his line. Henderson glances the ball away. Now Kante. Tasting his own medicine there from Wijnaldum, but he's strong, Kante. He's kept going here for Chelsea. And he tees up Pedro! He drives it wide.
Nice arc, isn't it, by Pedro? Because he's hitting the inside of his left foot, he's always curling away from the goal. Pulls it back here. See, nice contact by him. But he's just swerving wide. Always going away from the goal. What the Chelsea fans thought. Oh, so close.
There's another Liverpool change. Amendola off and Divock Origi on. Origi, who scored late here against Wolves, but couldn't affect the result for Liverpool on Saturday. Mignolet under all kinds of pressure again from Pedro.
Well, that's what you need in the last minute of the game, isn't it? When it's nicely poised to be messing around with the ball.
That's good closing as well. Yeah. Pedro, he sniffed it. Makes a foul even, but it slows the game down, doesn't it?
There's Jordan Henderson. Into stoppage time we go. Firmino leaves it for Can. Milner. And he goes towards Firmino. Courtois, Kane. Now Can. Klein. Sadio Mane. Lifted in towards Firmino. What an opportunity straight at Courtois. And Roberto Firmino knows how good a chance that was.
Well, he had a great chance at the beginning of the second half, and he's had a great chance at the end of the second half. Flipped in by Sadio Mane. Just not a lot of pace on him, so you'll forgive him that. He has to generate all the pace himself. But it's nice height and right at Thibaut Courtois.
And he's got to head that down, Steve, isn't he? He's above it. He's got to head that down into one of the corners. Yeah. And again, it's in that area where Moses couldn't get round, didn't read it, didn't get round on the cover.
Where's your man of the match, Steve?
Well,
there is your man of the match.
Yeah, he's scored a wonderful goal, but he's also defended really well. He couldn't do anything about the goal, the Chelsea goal, but I thought he's exuded a lot of calmness today. So I'm giving it to David Luiz.
Trying to keep the suspense as long as I could.
I know. Give it away from me then.
Ripped away from you. You know how I feel now.
I was going to change
it Hazard then.
I was going to change your mind now.
Here's Henderson for Liverpool. Towards Firmino. Origi was challenged forcefully and fairly according to Mark Clattenburg by Gary Cahill. Here's Pedro. Alonso to Costa. Fabregas. Now Kante. Victor Moses. Have a go at Milner. And Can was sliding in. Moses gets another opportunity here for Chelsea. N'Golo Kante. Liverpool get it clear as far as Cahill. Origi is working hard. And now Sadio Mane can bring it the other way, but he's the only Liverpool player up there. And Kante, who covers every blade of grass, was across to make another tackle.
That's an example of a great balance the team have got. Cahill, your outside centre half on the left-hand side, his ends up in the last third. and you've got Matic and Kendo just covering for him and win the ball back.
Diego Costa fouled by Matic. Advantage played by Mark Clattenburg. Fabregas to Pedro. And now Alonso. And now there might be a break on for Sadio Mane. He's got Divock Origi up with him. N'Golo Kante there again. Final Chelsea change here. We'll see Diego Costa replaced by Michy Batshuayi. Might well have earned Chelsea all 3 points from the penalty spot denied by Simon Mignolet. It's one of the few things in terms of finishing things off for Chelsea that he's got wrong this season, Steve.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of chances today, Chelsea. But that was a great one. Normally you expect him to score those type of penalties, wouldn't you? But great save actually by Mignolet.
Henderson puts it forward. David Luiz across for Chelsea. And there's the full-time whistle. Well, Liverpool have stopped the bleeding after 3 successive defeats. But on a night where Arsenal have dropped points and Tottenham have dropped points, a point here for the Premier League leaders Chelsea helps them on their way potentially towards regaining their Premier League title. Diego Costa might have won the game for them. David Luiz with a stunning free kick that caught Mignolet unawares in the first half. Liverpool with the equalising goal in the second half from that man there, Jorginho Wijnaldum. On a even at Anfield, it's finished. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1.
Yeah, thanks very much, gentlemen. With so much on the line, a game that lived up to expectations, but you certainly feel a point serves Chelsea better than it does Liverpool regarding the title, particularly with results in London and Sunderland as well.